What's up, Aquarius? Okay, so your angels have a very big message for you. And I want to say this is a very cool message, but I'm going to open up with something a little strange, but only to show you the significance, how powerful your reading actually is, so you can really see what they're trying to say. But I'm going to start off with, you got the devil with self-sabotage. Okay, and it's basically talking about how it's this energy. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you what it is because it actually came out. It's blocking your creative projects. Okay, the self-sabotage. Okay, because you are, my dear, imbued with spiritual gifts. And there's a spirit guide in your angels wanting to let you know what that energy is that is, blocking your or sabotaging your creative projects. Okay, because there's a sense of this present moment feeling stagnant, and 5 in the cups, right? It's like in the past you had a lot more clarity, okay, than you do right now, because you're feeling stagnant. Okay, so this is all about life grows in the peaceful moment. So there's something that is fogging you in. Okay, but if you do what they say, if you take their advice and you take heed, in the future, all is well. Okay, so a lot more clarity will come in. But the present moment is definitely stagnant because there's a self-sabotage going on. Now, the problem with that's blocking, okay, because again, you got water, you got the water element, which is spirituality, emotion, intuition, and compassion. But this is more on a intuition. You're supposed to be using these spiritual gifts as a business entrepreneur. Okay, but the thing is that this virtual fog, okay, this artificial light with the devices, you might have Capricorn in your chart because this is the only time it came out, and I'm almost done with the readings because I went from, Aries, I'm going to Pisces, I'm on you, so I just have Pisces left, but I just did Capricorn, that was the first time so that this card came out. So if you have Capricorn in your chart, that's another confirmation that your spiritual gifts are getting fogged in due to the artificial light that's coming in around you, because we need your guides are telling you how enriched and powerful your spiritual gifts are, but you got to be out into nature underneath the natural sunlight. Okay, underneath natural surroundings. Okay, so you have to treat yourself a little bit more different when you have these spiritual gifts, because when you go out into the matrix, when you go out into all these EMFs, these electro frequencies that are penetrating into you, like from different devices and cell phones, computers, and staying inside all the time, not being out in nature, all these things, your surroundings are actually putting a damper on your spiritual gifts. And your spirit guide is like, there's a reason why your creative projects are being sabotaged right now, because we've got to clear your channels. Like, you have to pay extra attention to how to clear your auric field. Okay, and that's what's causing the confusion and the down in the dumps right now, because you're like, I used to have more clarity and now I don't. Okay, because this was your past. You definitely had a lot more things moving around, but we're just stagnant right now, and so what they're saying is, when you alchemize, when you go outside and you start to heal and fix this problem, information is going to start coming in to give you the spark of creativity and passion that you need for your projects. Okay, so the information and will be back online. Your spiritual gifts will get back to the you know, the peak, you know, your spiritual power will start to reactivate. Okay. And then once you're back in alignment, okay, success is yours. Okay. So that's what they're saying is like, if you're feeling stagnant, nothing's coming in, you've lost confusion, you've lost clarity, and it's all confused, because you're not channeling properly because of virtual fog. Okay. That's just being too much into the artificial light and not, you know, pulling in from divine source, nature, you know, underneath the stars at night, whatever it may be. Also, they're saying what you listen to or who you listen to is affecting your own indigenous natural knowing. Like you have a connection to the ancient world, and so you have to be careful of what you hear that taints what you already know, and it confuses you. So, you know, your spiritual gifts, like, you've got to take care of these spiritual gifts, because this is what you're going to be an entrepreneur. These are your creative projects. Okay. And there is projection, trigger statement, my mind does not rest. And then true statement, I listen to my higher self. So I feel like you're not aligned with your higher self right now, and your spirit guides are looking out for you to let you know why and where it's all coming from, because sometimes we don't know that we're overloaded with like EMFs or like unnatural frequencies and things like that. So juniper berry, I can't say that word, juniper. Look at each story that repeats itself in your mind as a stranger would. Ask yourself, is this true? Right? And that's what comes, I'm telling you, there's something about, be careful who you listen to, okay? That's going to kind of taint your own understanding, your own knowledge. It's going to kind of make you question yourself. So you've got to really pay attention about how, you know, potent and powerful your own energy is, and to protect that at like all costs, right? So your angels want you to know right now that life has felt stagnant lately, but that doesn't mean nothing isn't happening behind the scenes. Sit for 1 minute where you can be undisturbed. Focus on your breathing, trying to be as connected to your own self as possible. So reconnecting to your higher self, just reconnecting back in general, you know, is what's going to get this reignited. When the minute is up, notice how much you have mindfully changed, even in the short, seemingly uneventful stretch of time. So I'm really just hearing to recharge naturally, however that is. And again, once you do that, once you transmute all that negative energy, the communication is coming in and then back in alignment, and you are successful. Okay, so those are your messages from your angel, Aquarius. I'll see you next time.